on Facebook Live, Bands and Clubs of the Triangle.
Well, I appreciate the support and, having us on here to talk about the music. It's great. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Donny. Taco Tuesday, here we are. I'll be glad to have you. This all started, as you were sharing with me, as lots of local musicians do. In the last week or two, we were able to pick up your post and share it over as related to some new music from Karl Cope and the Headlights, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, the whole thing started with, this COVID situation and, not being able to, play out and have gigs and get our music out there.
Right.
We started adding, just to give you a little background, before the recording, just before COVID, we added a bunch of cover songs into, because as you know, we were doing originals, our own music, and then we added, some covers, some classic rock covers, Crosby, Stills, Nash, some Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty, and all that. And then the COVID happened, and, we went into this, sort of lockdown, and, we didn't know what to do.
Sort of lockdown, right? Almost a year, right? Sort of like, yeah.
Yeah, so, then we, when things started easing up in the summer and the fall, we started getting together with masks and, we came up with the idea, hey, what about, just going to the studio and putting out a recording, a single, get it out there, and, at least we could do that safely.
Right.
Yes.
Because, so we did that, and, we would get together and practice, we'd wear masks and so forth.
Right.
And, we'd only play that one song that we've recorded and put out. That's all.
But it's a good song. Karl, I have to say, Lawrence was listening to it not too long ago, and I was like, oh, that sounds good. Who is that? And he was like, yes. And I was like, man, that sounds really good.
Yeah, so Karl Cope's the chief songwriter. He brings the songs to us. And then, what's great about the band is, we all contribute, right? And that's the joy of it, is that we all get to contribute musically. Tim Curran, the drummer, does a lot of background vocals and sings lead himself.
Yes.
Adds some harmonies to it, and then I'll add some guitar parts, and then we just Jim Demetrio just joined us from Night Shift.
Okay,
yes.
right.
You got two people from Night Shift, right?
Yeah, Jim. Yeah. So Jim came aboard to add the piano and keys. And he came up with some parts for us, and that's one of the things. It's a great collaboration, and that's one of the great things about Karl is he really lets us be us and contribute to the music, and we all decide collectively if it's good or if, we should make changes and so forth. So what you hear is a collaboration based on the song that Karl wrote, "Heartbreak in the Rearview," and it's really a song about coming back from adversity. People ask me, what's the song about? And it's really about, whatever adversity you've come across, right?
Yes.
And trying to get through it and come through out the other side. And that's really what it's about, whether it's a relationship adversity or whatever, job or
this adversity we're going through right now. This adversity, the whole year, year.
We'll come out the other side.
That's right. I found it so appropriate.
And
but yes.
And Donny, where can people find this new song, this new music that you've put out?
So it's on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all the streaming platforms. It's out there. If you buy it for 99 cents, each of us get 20 cents.
Woohoo!
Yes.
I don't know. Tim corrected me that I have no idea. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. But it's on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all those streaming platforms where you can find music, download, and so forth. So it's out there.
Right, and it's going to be under Karl with a K, correct?
Right, Karl Cope and the Headlights. And, back to the recording. So we would practice, once a week, and we'd just play that song and work on it and hone it and really get it, to where we liked it and felt strong about it. And then we went into the studio, Cabin Fever Studios in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay.
We partnered with Curry Clayton, who's running the studio, who's managing it, and is the engineer and producer. I don't know if anybody knows Curry, but he's a super musician in his own right.
Fantastic.
You know, he's got his own music as well, and you can look him up, Curry Wayne Clayton. And his sister Jill, I was in the band with, Jill Clayton. I was in the, you know, we were in the band together for a long time back in the day. And so, you know, and Curry's, you know, played with us at the Poorhouse and the Corner Tavern before COVID.
Right.
So it's been a good partnership together with him, and he engineered and produced the recording.
Donny, Donny, I'm so glad a couple of weeks ago or months ago, maybe you can define, but you're on social media and you shared some of that process or lots of pictures. Maybe there was a video.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
so
pictures,
it's
maybe.
like, you know, you're baking a cake and you're putting all these ingredients in and you're constantly refining and putting ideas into the song and, you know, making it something that, you know, I think we're all proud of. Everybody worked hard on it. Jim, Karl, Matt, the bass player, Tim Kern, the drummer, the vocal parts, the drumming, Jim Demetrio doing all the keyboard parts, Matt on the bass.
Yeah, I enjoyed the pictures, the snippet videos, and enjoyed that. Thanks for sharing it earlier when y'all did that. And at times you'll bring that back up, and we'll share those again. That experience, recording experience, but in Fayetteville, right?
Yeah, Fayetteville. And the reason and I'll get back to Cabin Fever. A lot of times I'm recording things and taking film, video, because I'm like documenting this so that if I'm ever, you know, God forbid, in a nursing home, I can torture the nurses and say, look, I was a guitar player once. And look,
sure. You've got proof. There's
so
proof.
I can have a record of what the hell I did.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, talking about you and music, I think Tracy wanted to ask you something. We were reading your Facebook and music stuff all the time. She wanted to ask you something about earlier she saw.
Yes. So Donny, you know, as we all love to look back on our fondest memories of us growing up, you know, and Facebook gives us so much to look at. And you shared with your followers about your first experience of buying your first guitar.
Yeah, so if you want to hear this, I tell this story sometimes, and some find it funny. Maybe, I don't know if you will, but here we go.
I liked it.
Here's another one for the nursing home. I
got an echo, sorry. So when I was in 6th grade, I think it was in social studies, history class or whatever, you know, halfway through the class, some kids got up and left the class and just walked out.
Oh, wow.
And the teacher never said a word. And I said to myself, wait a minute, how come, I got to find what's going on here. So after the end of the class, I went to the teacher, I'm in 6th grade. I said, hey, how come these kids got to leave early? And she, you know, kind of looked at me and said, they're musicians. And I went, oh, really?
That's what it takes to leave early?
I become a musician. She goes, well, you got to take a test. And, you know, and I went through the process and I played French horn in 6th grade. And I picked out this instrument because it had 3 valves. And I figured that cannot be difficult. I'll do that.
Right.
So then after that kind of fizzled out, then I was walking in my neighborhood and I saw an older kid playing a Kiss song, Strutter, by Kiss, through an amplifier, a big Marshall stack. And I heard that and then said, wow, that's amazing. I got to do that. You know, so I got a job, got working papers, and I worked in a greenhouse planting flowers. It was not enjoyable.
Right.
And I got my first check and went and bought that guitar for like $42. I think it was like $39, $40 or something like that.
Right.
And I looked online to find it.
It sounds expensive.
The guitar, you know, actually, you can buy it. It's online. I was tempted to buy it. It's like $300 or something like that. And that was my first guitar that I ever bought. It was like 1975. I'm dating myself. So
hey, it's all good.
Right, gosh.
And then your mom was like, what do you plan to do with that? And you're like, I'm going to be a musician. I'm going to get out of social studies early, right?
Correct. They were kind of stunned. You know, they're like, oh, okay, well, let's see how this goes, right?
Nobody else.
You know, I got into bands in high school.
Right.
And, you know, and then that's all, you know, then we played on the circuit in New York. As I told you in our other interview, you know, it was a big circuit at the time.
Right.
Sort of band house and road crew and all that stuff. And, you know, then I went back to school, got married, had kids, all that.
Well, Donny, I know you feel the same way I do as local music in the Triangle, originals, covers, but so much talent here. And just as we're sharing the new single, Karl Cope in the Headlights, also this week or last week, I'm sharing other bands in the Triangle that have been maybe in the recording studio, similar to what y'all have done. And just new music here and there from obviously artists, musicians in the Triangle putting out new material. So it happens.
Yeah,
It happens.
I think, you know, people have to create, right? You know, you can't play out as much. There's not the opportunity to play live anymore. You know, and hopefully that frees up eventually, and we will get back to somewhat of a normal situation in the music music world.
Yes.
And I think, you know, absent of being able to be live and play live, we can record and create and get music out there in some fashion. We're also I wanted to mention, we're going to do a live stream from Cabin Fever Studios in Fayetteville with Curry's band. So we're going to be doing that, I think, in late March or early April.
Okay.
We're planning that now.
Okay.
We're going to do the live stream. And then if the COVID lifts, you know, we're going to get back into doing whatever gigs we can do.
Right.
But we're planning to possibly go to England next year because Karl Cope is from England, and he came here 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, you shared that. Yes.
He formed a band here. I got hooked up with him, and you know, and I think that's one of his goals was to come over here and make music in America is one of his dreams. And I talked to him. I said, hey, why don't we go back to England? You know, he said, well, I can, you know, get us booked, you know, over there whenever we want. So we're planning to do that possibly late 21 or early 22, depending on the virus and all that. So.
Right. Now, we wanted to get the timing of doing this also this week because we have seen the poster, I believe, or you've shared it, but you have the opportunity, again, new music to be featured on one of the radio stations. Is it this Sunday?
Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me. See my notes here. So I'm going on rabbit trails. But yeah, WQDR, Sunday night.
Exactly.
We're going to be on at 9 o'clock. Well, between 9 and 9:30. I don't know what slot we're in.
Right.
You know, as you know, Jason runs that. And I think it's in the can as of today.
Oh, wonderful.
You'll probably see something out, you know, tomorrow at some point.
Right.
You know, what the schedule looks like from that perspective. But yeah, getting stuff on the radio is exciting. You know, I'll probably film it in my car. And
Yes.
So is he just playing your song, or did he do like a little question answer session with you as well, Donny?
Yeah, it's just the song.
Okay.
Apparently, what they do on Sunday nights is homegrown.
Yeah.
From 9 to 9:30 on WQDR. So yeah, if everybody can tune in and listen, and you know, I hope everybody likes the song. And
I did. Yes.
Yeah, let's give the full plug again. Yeah, we're talking of our friend Jason Adamo, also a local musician, and he has been the host a year or two or whatever it's been now. Time flies when you're having fun, but we're talking of homegrown country on WQDR 94.7 Sunday nights, 9 to 9:30. And just like this example, Donny and his band, or the band, Karl Cope in the Headlights, new song featured during that time slot this Sunday night at 9 p.m. So many. We have other friends making it to that show, and QDR, big commitment to local music. Obviously playing the hits, country hits, but very much dedicated. That's a great example of where they're stirring up a local pot of local music. Some of it would have that country genre mix possibly. And gosh, it's a great show to watch and hear.
To listen.
So amazing to listen, to hear amazing local artists, musician talents that's happening in the area. So
yes. So Donny, when you listen to yourself on the radio and you record it, I expect to see it on Facebook later. You know, the video of you.
You can count on that.
right.
So have you already started to, have you guys already started writing for the follow-up to this song?
So that's a good question. We've got other songs that we've worked on that Karl has written that we're working on as we speak. You know, we had a Zoom call Sunday night. We're getting together here at my house to have a barbecue and go over, next steps, for us, for the coming year.
Yes.
And yeah, to your question, we've got a lot of candidates that we're looking at to record, and so we'll be active in that regard. Maybe one a quarter. Maybe by the summer we'll have another one out. Hopefully.
Nice.
We'll see how the COVID situation plays out, and hopefully, we'll get everybody back to live music where we can enjoy that again and be safe.
Yes. Yeah, Donny, the two lovebirds over here, LT and TL, newlyweds, back in October.
Yes, congratulations.
Hey, and I hope you're holding on to that newlywed feeling yourself. And maybe has it been 2 years?
It's true.
How long has it been? Last year.
Thank God she puts up with all this, and
you would update us on geography and where you are in the triangle. We were looking forward, but I think you did move. We were looking forward. Of course, pandemic came and everything, but you were in the heart of downtown Raleigh. I think you have moved, but we didn't quite make it down there for that nice evening and so forth of local music.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, there'll be other nights. We moved to Chapel Hill. We found something we couldn't pass up. And,
yes. Oh gosh.
Gives us a lot of more room. We didn't have the room for the extended family. My kids, her kids,
right.
Stay with us. Right. So it's been much better as far as that goes, and we like it out here, and it's been great for me as a musician, and my wife, even Sandy, got a drum set for Christmas.
Right. Oh, wow.
Are you teaching?
She's going to play the drums, so we'll see what happens here.
I love it. I
love Chapel Hill, but of course, I think about it, we don't mention it enough, but gosh, it's so hard covering the complete triangle, but you're near Carborough, and there's so much music coming out of that area, just like...
Oh, yeah, there's a great place called Second Wind.
Okay.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay.
And we played there, and it was a great show there, and great people, great venue there. It's small, but it's very intimate, and I enjoyed that. You're right, and then, hopefully that in the future the festivals come back, and that's what we're looking forward to. Carborough Festival, downtown Cary stuff, and Slocking and Dave with Night Shift had to do some things together. We talked about that.
Right.
Maybe doing that as a double bill type things and type of situation. So we're excited about getting out there again and getting this COVID stuff behind us, hopefully at some point.
Absolutely.
Well, Donny, we want to thank you for joining us tonight, and glad that we could do this this big week, or just another day and week talking about new music. And again, we've been talking with tonight Donny Anderson of Karl Cope in the Headlights, another local music institution, great band in the Triangle.
Great song.
And the new single, new music that they've recorded, and that is Heartbreak in the Rear View. And again, Donny, we thank you for being with us. We'll share this. Hey, please like it, share it yourself, and it goes to your wall, and we get it moved around to different music pages, but also your personal wall, and we appreciate that, as the most powerful button that we do for local music is oftentimes sharing. Now, we're using two phones right here, hey, technology, so we're not right here able to do it, but we'll do it in the comment section, right? We'll certainly have that link. I think I shared it today, the music of this new single, Karl Cope and the Headlights. So we will do that again, so you'll see that on Bands and Clubs of the Triangle. You'll, in fact, see it in the comment section right under this video, live from Facebook. But again, thank you. I hope you can have a good rest of the week, Donny. And
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys for what you do every day. And thank you for supporting all the musicians and local music in any genre. And this is just fantastic to be able to have this outlet to be able to do this, and God bless you all for that. And
thank you, Donny.
I really hope for the best for this COVID situation and whatever situation we're going through, that everything becomes more positive.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, thank you everybody for listening. We appreciate it, Donny.